Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at, well, Gem Pack Volume 2 that's coming out over in China. Now, this is a thing that we don't get over here. China gets the Gem Packs. We don't get them. They had Gem Pack Volume 1 a little while ago, which was built around Sprigatito. And essentially, what China have gone and done is gone, right, well, we had the Gem Pack last time, and we built it around like Sprigatito, and this was cool, but what if we do that and then bring in some evolutions? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what they have gone and done this time around. They've basically taken the Gem Pack from last time and gone, you know what? That was really cool. Now add some evolutions. And they have added some evolutions. And people are gonna go nuts for this. Absolutely nuts for this. Cool. So, with that borne in mind, what else have we got here? Well, we're going to start off with what is, I think, the headline. And the headline here essentially is new Hayaganosuke artwork. Connecting Hayaganosuke artwork. Evolution Hayaganosuke artwork. Featuring Leafeon, Sylveon, Umbreon, and Eevee. Exclusive cards that cannot be found anywhere else. These are cards which are for China. And I can never tell you for 100% certain whether we're going to be getting these cards in the West. I don't know. But I highly doubt it. Because here's the thing, right? We talked about this the other day with some new China cards. Think about the Blastoise V Max, the Rainbow Rare version that China got. Yeah, we never got that. The Venusaur that goes along with it. Yeah, we never got that. Now, I know we're still early here, but the Mew 151, the one that is a China exclusive, I can't tell you we're never going to get this. Because this card is obviously still legal in the format right now. It's just a Mew from 151. But the thing I can tell you is, 151 for us is over. Like, we had that a while ago. That's gone. That's done. I know we had the Blooming Waters collection, and that was lovely. But even that came out a little while ago, and that was super late. So, maybe we get the Mew, but I highly doubt it. And that's exactly where I think we are now with this. I don't think we're getting these cards, which now makes it super awkward for me because I am a huge fan of Hayaganosuke's artwork, and I collect Hayaganosuke cards, and these are artistically unique. I need these. And we don't know what the pull rates are like. Now, I would hope that these are basically going to be one per box. I would enjoy that. So, if we can buy a box and get one of these, I'm totally cool with that. If these are one per box, I am happy. But there's no guarantee that that's actually going to be the case. And that's a little bit of a problem. Hey-ho. So, we got these, and look, these aren't new cards. Let's be perfectly clear about these. These are reprints of existing cards. Now, my Chinese, I'm going to be honest with you, isn't exactly the best, but we can even figure this out from context pretty easily. The Leafeon's got 110 HP, and it's got itself an attack for free energy that does 120. Ergo, it is the Leafeon from Astral Radiance with Energy Garden and Leafy Cyclone. Look at them side by side. They're clearly the same card. The Sylveon, again, we can have a look at this. We can have a look at the attacks and the cost and all of that. It's got 110 HP. It's got an attack that does 30 and an attack does 70 plus. It is the Sylveon that actually was a Sword and Shield promo. Not a Scarlet and Violet promo. A Sword and Shield promo. This is a card that came out a little while ago. The Umbreon, and oh my goodness, we all know Umbreon's super popular. People are going to want this Umbreon. people are going to really, really want this. Umbreon. This again is Umbreon that started life as a promo. 110 HP, a free energy attack that does 80, and a single energy attack that does no actual damage. Here we go. It's this promo Umbreon. And then we got ourselves Eevee as well. And Eevee, look, there's like a billion different Eevees in the world. But again, it's got 50 HP, an ability, and a 2 energy, 20 damage attack. So we can actually narrow that down very quickly. And it's the Eevee from Astral Radiance. Makes sense, of course, being that the Leafeon was also from Astral Radiance. But we got the same thing going on here. These 4 cards are going to be very popular. The fact that they are only available in China, at least from the outset, that's what it looks like, is going to make them very hard to pick up. And this could even end up pushing the price of boxes up over in Japan. Gem Pack Volume 1, the boxes haven't been ridiculous. I've not picked any of them up yet, although there are Fuecoco in that set. And I do love me some Fuecoco, so maybe I need to rethink that plan for the time being. But I'm telling you right now that actually these are going to be crazy popular. And I don't know, maybe enough people won't find out about them. But then by the same token, I'm kind of doing what I can here to try and make everyone aware of this. So, yeah. Good luck to you all, ladies and gentlemen, I think is probably the best way to put it. Good luck to you all. Now, that's not the only thing about the pack. That's the most exciting thing. Let's take a step back and look at the pack as a whole. Now, the set is going to be coming out on the 16th of May. Which, well, I'm going to tell you it's the name of a song by Lagwagon. And the fact that I've given that out a bunch of times now basically means there's a lot coming out on May the 16th. Big day for TCGs generally. And they are 4-card packs, all of which are flash cards, which is how Google translates what China calls foil cards. Okay. And here's the thing. Now, it says includes multiple flashcards of Eevee and its evolutions, a total of 9 Pokemon, and then there's going to be different illustrations. Even cards with the same illustrations have different craftsmanship, and then there's a bunch to try and collect. So we've got ones with energy symbols, and these are very, very cool. Of course, bearing in mind, in China, they've still in the Sword and Shield era, so Sylveon is still a fairy Pokemon. So rather than having Espeon and Sylveon having the same psychic energy symbol behind them, you've actually got different energy symbols because Sylveon is a fairy Pokemon. These are cool. They're like reverse holies that we've had for a while. They've got the energy symbol on. They're quite nice. But then we've got ourselves, well, basically what's called Pokemon Gem Pack, the logo of the set, and this features the 9 cards. And you'll notice that these are the same cards I showed you a minute ago, because these are, well, these are the 9 cards. So even the fancy cards, of what I know, there's only 4 of the fancy cards, but still, by the same token, we are talking about the same cards just being given different finishes and different artwork and all of that. Even where they are the super fancy brand new Hygenosuke cards, you're still looking at them and going, oh, well, they're still the same basic card. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, moving up a step from there, we've got the V's. Now, these are obviously not the same cards. These are the Pokemon V. But these are actually some promo cards. Some of these are actually the promo images of them rather than the regular. And again, it's just a cool way to get hold of the evolutions. The fact that some of these are alternate art does suggest that the EVs are going to be released in other packs in China as well. But, you know, if you're looking at this, like I'm assuming most of the people watching this, where you're not actually going to be going to China to play the game or any of that, you're just interested in these cool cards, well, that's not really going to matter to you now, is it? Okay. Still extremely cool, though. Nice way to try and get hold of some of these. But then we've got these ones. The fancy ones, the really cool ones. We talked about these at length. We don't really need to go into any more detail about them. But I am blown away by these. And the fact that China keeps doing this and keeps releasing these really cool new types of cards makes me very, very jealous. But there are some trainers in there as well. We've got Level Ball and Quick Ball. coming in as foil cards with the Gem Pack logo on. And then we've even got foil energy like this psychic energy that they've gone and shown us. Make no mistake about it, this is a phenomenal set. If they release this in the West, this would be on the level of something like a Prismatic Evolutions, where everyone would be going absolutely crazy for it. The Sprigatito, the Gem Pack Volume 1, has not proven to be a nightmare to get hold of, but by the same token, it's not been as exciting. I do worry that this set is going to be a little bit too exciting now, given that we've got the Eeveelutions. So I'm going to be very interested to see what happens here as a result of this. Also, I have no idea what the deal is with case hits and all of that. So be very, very, very careful if you are trying to pick these up and you're buying just random loose boxes off eBay, etc. I don't know if there are case hits. I don't have that information. But just be a little bit aware, if there are certain hits per case, that means people can get the big hits and sell the boxes. Don't know if that's the deal. Just giving you that might be. There we go. I've told you. Now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this. How hyped are you? Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at Lawasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Tamberlin, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross and you've been watching PTCG Radio.